Hey, this is Stuart Ross and I'm the co-founder of the Six Figure Mentors and Digital Experts Academy. You may well know that already, but I just wanted to really take a moment to shoot this video to thank you for submitting your recent application to us and also taking the time to find out more about us. We don't take that lightly. We know it can be a little bit time consuming, amongst also the fact that the internet is full of different programs and different ways of learning how to do business online, and the fact that you've chosen to at least take some serious time to look at us, we really do appreciate that. Now, I really wanted to shoot this video to talk to you about this whole concept of creating a digital life. What you'll find is that I'm always shooting videos wherever I happen to be in the world and sending them to our applicants, because I think it's really important for you to get to know us as much as it is for us to get to know you. And I think there's no better way of doing that than video. So this specific video is going to be talking about creating your digital life and what that really means. So I'm going to start off by saying to you that it's quite clear, we're in 2013 now, that for many people the traditional way of doing things is broken. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is whether you're commuting to a job, trading time for money, living paycheck to paycheck, working on somebody else's clock, or whether you're running your own traditional business with huge overhead, a lot of restrictions, a lot of stress often because of maybe the economy, the downturn, whatever it might be. And what I'm really referring to is everything that we've grown up with. And I don't care your age, your background, nearly everybody has grown up with this whole concept of go to school, get qualifications, get a job and work up the ladder. And the reality is I think that system has been broken for a long, long time. The difference being is that the digital economy, this whole online world, has made it completely possible for anybody to really live a completely different type of lifestyle. And what I'm referring to is this digital lifestyle. And you'll often, like I said, hear us say, what will you do with your digital life? And the reason being is because it doesn't really mean anything other than having this ability to be self-sufficient, write your own paycheck, without offices, without commuting to work, without being stuck on somebody else's clock, and really live life completely on your own terms. That's really what we mean. Now, for some of our students, that means that they travel around the world. It's something that I do every single month. I'm jumping on an aeroplane and I'm shooting a video from another location. Right now in Italy, in a couple of weeks' time I'm off to New York again. And for me, that's just an amazing way to live life, something that I value. And a lot of our students do, not all of them, but a lot of our students do, is variety. I have to really live a life of variety. I like to do things short notice. I like to do things as and when I feel like doing something. If I feel like being at home in England, I'm at home in England. If I feel like being over in the US and spending time with some of my friends over there, I jump on an aeroplane. If I want to catch some sun and come to Italy, I do that, all whilst running my business. And in fact, the reality is I very rarely ever take what I would class as a holiday or a vacation these days, because I just don't have to. Life is really one big holiday. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't work. That doesn't mean that I turn on my laptop just to check how much money is rolling in. I've really had to spend a lot of time learning a lot of new skill sets and applying them online. And I'm talking about skill sets that, didn't exist 15 years ago, because people weren't actually learning how to use the internet to leverage making money at all. Yes, people were. There were the people that got in early, but the mass majority of people weren't. Now, that's changed. Most businesses are online now. Most companies are using email. Most companies are interacting online, whether that be through direct to customers or whether that be through staff. And this has changed everything. Now, the thing that I'm really passionate about is really waking people up to the fact that, you've probably already got the skill sets that are required to get started with creating your digital life. If you can turn on a computer, if you can surf the internet, if you can watch a video and follow instructions, you have everything that you need to be successful online. And mark my words on that. Now, that doesn't mean it's overnight riches. That doesn't mean like a lot of these, I don't even know what you call them these days, get rich quick schemes that they suggest it's step 1, 2, 3 and and you're a multi-millionaire. That's not at all what I'm talking about. It took me 3 years of working my absolute backside off to create a 7-figure business. My first year I was very fortunate. I was able to quit my job. That was my #1 achievement for me, and I had the ability to really write my own paycheck. Now, the amount of money really doesn't matter, but what does matter is that you can take away the fact that here's a guy, and I'm referring to me here, that saw an opportunity, grabbed it with both hands, worked hard, and as a result of that, within 12 months, was able to quit his job and completely live a totally different life. And the reality is, it was actually 6 months. But what this is about, this journey, what this mission of ours is all about, is really waking people up to the fact that, if you're motivated, if you're hungry, and you have a passion for doing things your own way, okay, and you have a drive that is like almost a burning desire, something that you can't get rid of no matter how much you try, where you just know there's something better out there for you, then I believe that this could very well be it. You see, Jay and I created the 6-Figure Mentors and Digital Experts Academy, working together after generating over $100 million with our personal students over the last few years in sales. We'd already done $100 million in online sales. We've personally, between us, paid out over nearly $50 million now in commissions to people who have actually followed our own trainings and actually promoted some of our very own products. So this wasn't a new thing to us. We also made a huge amount of mistakes along the way, and I'm talking about mistakes from regards to creating our own businesses right through to actually teaching others to do what we do. A couple of those examples are that we would tell people how to do a specific thing in business online, tell them to go away and do it, and no matter how much they tried, they would keep struggling. An example might be something to do with setting up something technically, or creating some sort of sales funnel, or using some sort of online script to do something. And what we came to realize is that actually, the majority of people just don't have the time, let alone the skill sets, to learn this stuff. So we decided that, if we're going to do something, we've got to do something differently, and we've got to create something that's much more simple to follow, like a franchise system, but for the internet. And that is what we've done. We've basically allowed our very own students to earn while they learn. And the way that we do that is by delivering training through a module basis, through actually 5 modules, and where they can actually learn exactly what they need to be doing from a money producing activity perspective. What are the skill sets that they need to learn right now so that they can actually start making money? And they do it by actually leveraging our very own systems, tools, and technology. Now, the other thing that we wanted to do that's different to anything else is create a community of people who share ideas, a community of people who interact, share their success stories, talk about what's working, talk about what's not working, be transparent. Because that's one of the things that we realized was missing on the internet. Nothing was transparent. Everybody was, selling their courses, or people were buying people's courses, but nobody was actually talking about what was going on. Nobody was actually sharing what was working, or if it was even working. So for us, again, one of the most important things about what we were going to create is a community that was completely open. People would share their struggles, people would share their successes, people would talk about, what's working right now, not what was working a year ago, and making sure that our community of entrepreneurs, or digital entrepreneurs as I would refer to them, are really at the cutting edge and at the forefront of what's working right now. I can absolutely guarantee, I can tell you this, you're not going to find anything else out there like what we've done. Now, that doesn't mean it's right for you, and I'll give you a couple of examples. When it comes to making money online, it's very difficult to often see, in fact, let me pick up the camera, to often see the wood through the trees, okay? That's almost like what it's like. You're trying to make money online, you can't see the wood through the trees. But in reality, do you know what? There's an ocean of opportunity, There is an absolute ocean of opportunity. But this is where people really struggle, is that there are tons of little speedboats out there promising the world, just jump on our boat, just follow our course, okay? And we'll get you to the other side. And, we'll turn the little motor on, and within 3 weeks you'll be living this new life as an internet success story. But it's not real. That just doesn't work. It doesn't happen. But there are so many, of these little speedboats trying to tout you in, trying to get you into their program, saying, come and join us, and your life will change almost instantly, and all the rest of it. I want to be clear that that is not what we're about. There is an ocean of opportunity out there. There really, really is. I cannot even begin to tell you how many different ways there are that you can make money. But do you know what? It's a little bit more like swimming to the other side. And the reason being is it's going to take effort, okay? Now, rather than swimming on your own, you're actually going to be swimming with a community. And we're going to actually lead you the right way, the most direct way. You're not going to have to swim around lots of different routes and try and find your own way. You're going to be doing it with us. Now, okay, we can't promise that speedboat, and we never will do. We'll never tell you that, yeah, come on with us, and everything will happen for you immediately. Just jump on and we'll drop you off and you'll be perfectly fine. Because do you know what really happens is you get onto the boat, they take you a little bit of the way out there, they throw you in and you're swimming on your own. That is not at all what SFM and Digital Experts Academy is about. You're going to be getting into our community. We're going to be swimming across with you. You're going to be learning with us as we make stuff happen. When you get to the other side, do you know what? Your life will be like nothing else that you've ever realized. And the reason being, and the reason being is that whilst you're putting in that effort, metaphorically swimming across, to the other side, you're going to be picking up skill sets. You're going to be getting stronger with your skill sets online. You're going to be getting fitter in terms of your mindset, your understanding when it comes to actually doing business on the internet. And do you know what? As you get closer, the light is at the end of the tunnel. You can start to see where your destination is. And yeah, okay, there might be speedboats around you, promises of this, promises of that. But do you know what? These people end up sinking. They end up quitting, they end up failing. We're going to take you from where you are now to where you want to be. So, if you like the sound of being part of a community of people who are going to swim with you, who are going to work with you and actually help you not be in a position where you're trying to see the wood through the trees, and you can actually, follow some leaders, follow some, innovative companies who really walk the walk, then we are going to be the guys for you, and I really believe that. Now, I've got nothing to really tell you to do right now. This isn't a video to tell you to buy anything whatsoever. It really is just a video to introduce myself, tell you a little bit more about who we are, why we do what we do. And do you know what? I really cannot wait for us to potentially be working together if you are somebody who can relate to what I'm saying, because we are more passionate. You can probably tell in many of my videos anyway, we are more passionate about helping people succeed online than anything else that we do. We really, really are. It's what gets me out of bed in the mornings. It's what makes me get my camera out at every opportunity. It's what, really is my favorite rant. It really is. It's that, anybody can do this. We're here to support you. We're here to help you. I look forward to connecting with you in some future videos as well. Take care.